I can't tell you how disappointed I am in you. To kill people for asking if they could speak plainly or whatever, request to speak, whatever, that's supposed to be protection for them to tell you when you need to hear something. It's not for you to go and kill people. And when I asked if it was all right if I talked to the soldiers about God, and you said it was, and as soon as we were done, you ordered them all killed, and you don't think that's insane? It's horrifying. I hope that the wives and loved ones of those soldiers press charges, because that is something nobody should do. And if other presidents did it, then they should get their asses kicked, because it's so wrong. It's so wrong. And it's so wrong what you did to Adam and to Kanye West and to George and to the world and God. I have never seen him so upset. So you have to admit that you're not in your right mind. When John Alexander told me about you, he told me he thought he went too far. And then he said, I went too far. And then he said, I know I went way too far. But you were such an easy subject because you had almost exactly the same fathers. Your father said things to you and did things to you that were a mirror image to John's. So he knew how to manipulate you. He knew how his father treated him to manipulate him. So he knew how to manipulate you, and it was just far too easy. And he took advantage. And he turned you into a monster. And your only way out is to plead insanity and come clean. Nobody but you wants the destruction of the world. You realize that. There may be the handful of Satanists who want it, but they're just a handful. And then he found Trump, whose mother, I told you, I told you about his mother. And he had a wicked childhood. And so then John just had you set everything up so Trump could knock it all down. Now, admittedly, this doesn't look good that the first black president of the United States did all this. But keep in mind, you were acting like the white presidents, the white Republican presidents before you. And that's some solace. But you're hurting the world. You're hurting me. You're hurting George. You like George. You wanted to be friends with us. Is that how you're going to get friends? Do you think that you're going to kill them if they're not going to be your friend, and you will hypnotize them to get them to be your friend? Do you think that sounds sane? That's insane. It's insane. Everything you told me was insane. And do you think that the cult will pay you $100 million for setting up Canada to be half? Do you realize half the population of the United States has a chronic illness? Half. And you're going to set them up to do it? Do you think the cult is going to pay you for that? They're going to kill you once that's done. They're going to kill you. Don't you know that they had $100 million bounty on my head? And the whole time, all they were going to do is whoever killed me was going to get killed immediately. And you know it would have happened immediately. Look at, isn't it? It would have happened immediately. You're not getting no 100 million from anybody. You make a deal with the devil and you think the devil's gonna pay? These things that you are thinking are insane. To think that your daughters should not have sexual feelings at their ages, that's insane. That's against the will of God. And you want to go, you're doing everything, you're taking away people's free will. He hates that. He doesn't hate anything, but he really doesn't like that. And you're keeping me from my family. You don't know how much that hurts because you don't seem to love your family at all. You want to, and going around, and every time, and what's his name? Arizona told me every time that you told people that you're going to kill your wife, they say permission to speak plainly, and that's crazy. Please don't do it. And then you kill them. You don't think that's crazy? Listen, I mean, any doctor will tell you in spades that you're crazy. And you have to admit it. You have to admit it for the sake of the world and for the sake of your family. You have no feelings for them? None? And my daughter, Liberty, she's a prize. You don't deserve her. You don't deserve someone like that. It's me against the world. It's me, and you're the one who could help. You know how much help you could be? And if Dick Cheney is watching this, the same goes for you. You have to admit and fess up to change things. The truth has to come out for things to change. I was going to try to be a little bit nicer, but you're lucky. You're just really lucky that you have me at all. Please stop what you're doing and give yourself up and get some help.